Are we gonna be fighting?
Mm-hmm.
Danny had suggested that since both pairs of brothers in the same task together, it might be interesting to see you go head to head.
I'm wondering how Danny got this idea.
The Sunflower Kingdom is known for skilled swordsmen, so it was inevitable.
Right. No other reason?
Of course not. I'm not going to intentionally ruin my task. That seems to be a trend within this group.
Fair enough.
Hey, Rhino, what's the rush?
Let's just get this over with.
Don't go beyond the border of the structure, or else you'll automatically lose the duel.
Frost and Ness are up first. Three.
Did you steal my necklace?
What necklace?
2.
Our mother's necklace that she gave to me.
I don't know anything about your necklace, and I don't know why you're bringing this up now.
1.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Kano and Rhino. Three.
Let's make this a fair fight. Alright?
Is anything fair to you anymore?
2.
Just talk to me, Rhino. After this, obviously.
There's nothing more to talk about.
1.
How did you do that?
Fair and square.
Well, it's not fair. If Father trained you more with weapons than he did with me.
That's irrelevant.
Of course it's relevant. You beat me because you're the favorite.
What?
Brother, they want you on the throne alone. I'm not going to take that.
Are you guys gonna fight right now? Because we're not done.
No, this isn't a fight.
Yeah, this is civil, personal argument.
We have a final fight between the losers. Rhino? Frost? Begin.
How did you do that?
I guess Rhino isn't getting a flower.
What? That's ridiculous!
I'm so tired. I'll meet you in a bit for the afternoon task, Alyssa.
Oh, Rhino.
Prince Frost. To what do I owe you the pleasure?
Keep telling you can just call me. But, I just coming back into the common room to get my things, but what are you doing in here?
Oh, I was just, reading my book.
Oh, what book is it?
Well, the book is about origins of various patriarchies and matriarchies of Gardinia and their correlating governmental associations.
Is pretty sure that's just a really long, convoluted way to say advisors and a council.
Well, no, not really. It entails much more than just that, and well, actually, yeah, that kind of actually is the whole point. Yeah, now that I think about it.
Yeah, authors do that all the time, especially with academic-style books.
Yes, that is true. Like, authors will tend to create a massive title that's enticing and puts itself out there and makes itself stand above its competition so that people will read that book rather than a book that just says that, you know, it's just advisors and a council.
That's fair enough. So, what did you think about the recent chemistry class?
Yes, chemistry. After going to chemistry, I found that it was kind of, weird, basically. Like, from what we had learned, it was like, that's unusual. Because, of course, we have all these, flowers here. And of course, they give, like, each other powers. And originally I thought it was the petals that would give people the flowers, you know, the royals.
Yeah, it does make sense.
Yes, but it's not the petals, it's the pollen. And that got me thinking, what would happen to a bee if a bee had touched the pollen? Because bees tend to use the pollen to pollinate other flowers.
Well, I mean, the bees don't have our blood in them, so I don't think anything abnormal would happen.
Yes, but even though they don't have, like, our royal blood, where we are able to control these powers, I would have thought it would have given them some type of, like, side effects. Something unusual.
Maybe. I mean, a lot of plants are used for, you know, medicine, tea, you know, just normal herbal
Remedies.
Yeah, that. But those already have normal effects, you know, calming, boosting your immune system. If we used the pollen, would it affect anyone or just us?
I don't think using the pollen would be a good idea, because, like, the pollen, yes, it gives us, like, be able to, you know, control these powers. But I feel like giving the pollen to a normal citizen could lead to serious consequences that could hurt them later in their lives.
Maybe.
But I will say that Professor Magnolia is quite, like, intelligent and smart, which is a surprise considering that, you know, Professor Magnolia comes from the Lily Kingdom, and the Lily Kingdom isn't known for its, I don't know how to put this, and I don't mean to offend you, but high intelligent citizens.
Well, I mean, it's a difference in, you know, priorities. Whereas my kingdom focuses on direct results, science is a lot of testing and, well, you know, they don't like that.
Yeah.
Especially since chemistry is such a... You're looking at the small things, but when it comes to jewelry and, you know, naval fleets, you can see the results right there. They're big. They're clear. But that makes me the weird one in my entire kingdom, really, because I look at little things, whereas I fail to notice the big things.
Yes, a lot of people in this world tend to just look at the small picture rather than the actual big picture itself. You know, it's not just like your kingdoms and that's it. There's a lot more to this world than just the actual kingdoms themselves.
That's true. Well, I'm working on my outlook on the world, but whatever. There's another astronomy session later in the night if you want to join.
I mean, I would accept that offer, but I'm kind of waiting for your brother and my brother, who your brother's still in class and my brother is bringing food from the banquet hall, because your brother had scheduled a get-together for all the male winners, which Kano wasn't originally part of the group, but of course he got a flower earlier today and I didn't, and meant that we technically tied, and I don't. After today's performance, I really don't consider myself being a winner at all.
Well, when you're tied, you're both winners, so, I mean, pretty sure this is what you wanted anyway, isn't it?
It is, but, like, Kano would have won if he didn't help ping in your task. Like, his was because he used his powers, mine was because I just lost. I lost my focus today.
Suppose that's true, but either way. I mean, I guess I can't talk too much, considering I'm just completely out of the competition. I guess that's why I wasn't invited by my brother.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you don't want to be around them, if you don't really feel like you belong, you can just join us for astronomy. I mean, science is more fun than being with Ness at this point, let's be honest.
I mean, I feel the same about Kano, considering the way he's been acting these past, like, couple of days, weeks. But I feel like I have an obligation to go to this winner's banquet, since technically I am a winner.
I understand. How do you feel about the sword duels? Because I know I need to improve on my swordsmanship down the line, but...
I will say that my brother had more, like, of training, because he spent a lot more time with our father, who spent training him sword fighting. But I did pick up enough training and knowledge. I feel like I could help you improve, like, when I have the free time. But I don't know.
Much appreciated.
I don't know when we would need to use, you know, this skill next.
That's, you know, a fair thought.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna stay in the common room and keep reading my book until the other two show up.
Well, I'll be passing by one more time on my way to the astronomy session, so you still have the choice to join if you want.
I would join you, but I feel like I have this obligation to go.
Well, goodbye then, Rhino. I'll see you at some other time then.
Goodbye, Prince Fost.
Prince Ness,
Yes?
I know we're having this celebration dinner together, but I didn't see any food, so I was wondering if you wanted some food from the banquet hall that I grabbed.
Oh, what did you grab?
I just picked up a traditional fish dinner and tuna fish sandwich.
Does this have anything to do with the fact that I'm from the Lily Kingdom?
I mean, yes, I mean, perhaps I was wrong in assuming that you'd want food that is from your kingdom's culture.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right. Rhino, do you want any food? I grabbed some for you.
I don't feel hungry, brother. Not after what happened in today's task. I'd just rather sit here and read my books.
Okay, you can keep on being mopey. I mean, we could call a healer. We have them here at the school, and they could make it so you don't have to feel like you have to sit in your chair all the time because of your back pain.
Listen, brother. This pain is a lot more than physical pain. It also involves mental pain. And I'm pretty sure you know why.
I understand that, Rhino. But, okay, I know this is a bit hard to grasp, considering we just last week established that we were fine with the fact that you would be the ruler of the Iris Kingdom. I would be secondary because of the choices I made. We established that. But I earned my flower this week. And now we're tied again. So now we can still manage to rule the kingdom together. So we're back to where we were before. So is that all right with you? Is that fine? Are you okay with that?
I mean, I wouldn't call it earning your flower, but I guess I suppose. I mean, it's what we wanted originally, but, you know, I still have doubts over you ruling over our kingdom.
That's fine. I can't really expect you to think anything else, but at least we're on the same page then. You know, sorry, I'm kind of bringing this up in the middle of the conversation, Ness, but something that I still find kind of unusual is that you got so far in this whole competition thing that you actually managed to win. I think at this point it's every task that you took part in.
Yeah. I did.
So how did that happen?
Well, I just gave it my all. Same as you.
Okay, I get that, but I guess my true question is, at least from what I saw in previous years, you never really seemed to care much about, you know, your status as a royal. You've always wanted to do your own thing and have gone by yourself, and so it seems really strange that all of a sudden now this year we have a contest for you to keep your status as a royal and you take it very seriously. There just seems to be a disconnect that I'm not understanding.
Well, that's understandable. But being ruler of the Lily Kingdom is my birthright. I'm the eldest. When I heard that Frost would be able to run the kingdom if I didn't participate, I had to. I figured it was worth putting more effort so I could keep my place. You know?
I guess that's fair.
Yes, but don't you think your brother should be entitled to the crown? I feel like he has the qualities to be a king. So why do you think he is not entitled to be the king of the Lily Kingdom?
Well, growing up, Frost had everything handed to him. He didn't really have to do a lot of the things that I had to. I was trained in sword fighting. I had to gain some sort of proficiency in the trade of our kingdom, and he didn't really have to do any of that. My parents always assumed that he would grow up to be a ruler, and because of how we were both brought up, I felt like I had to prove him wrong.
I mean, I understand how you feel. It feels like, at least for most of the part, Rhino and I have spent most of our lives trying to prove other people wrong. Not necessarily our parents. Our parents have actually been very supportive of the fact that we both wanted to be rulers, and we're the ones who encouraged us to do it in the first place. But we've had to tell a number of different people that that was what we had hoped to do for so long, and so I understand, and I shouldn't be judging you for your past decisions if you decided that you want to take this seriously now. I think that's worth consideration. I just thought it seemed unusual, so I appreciate you clearing that up.
But, like, I've realized something.
Oh?
Both of our
Yes.
kingdoms are matriarchies, which means that we need to find a queen. And that's a problem because, well, none of us are even close to finding a queen, and the only other matriarchy is, of course, the Lotus Kingdom, which that means that she doesn't need to find a king to rule. Princess Pink doesn't need a king.
Yes.
Yes. But all the other queens are going to be queens of their respective kingdoms, apart from Rachel, my sister. And so, aren't you, any of you, worried that we can't rule our kingdom because we wouldn't be able to without a queen by our side?
It's something worth thinking about, I guess. But I guess in my head, I've always just remembered that our goal was for us to be kings together, and so if we found a queen, that'd be great.
Yeah, but we'd
and
both have
certainly
to
I
find
think
a
it's
queen.
still right. I think it's still an important goal, but at the same time, we were going to be fellow rulers, so I think it was less of a concern for me because I always knew we'd have each other. But I understand what you mean. What about you, Ness? What are your thoughts and concerns about this?
Well, to be honest, I'm not all that worried about finding a queen. Not with what I have planned for the future of my kingdom, anyway.
Is this fair? All right, well, here's to us winning the competition and to being able to be royals.